Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. So, let me verify that this is working quick. Yeah. So today we are going to be doing Worldbox, but it's Starcraft The Hunters map. If you don't know what Starcraft is, it's a real-time strategy game that's very popular, especially in South Korea, and it's Worldbox is a god simulator game where you can make a world and have your nations do things. So I made the Hunters map. We got silver and mithril for the minerals, geysers for the Vespian, and all that. So, in the top left corner we have Rainer's Raiders. In the top middle we have Kerrigan's Swarm. In the top right we have Ire. In the middle right we have Zelnaga. In the bottom right we have the Dominion. In the bottom middle we have the Swarm. In the bottom left we have the Dark Templar. And in the middle left we have also Zelnaga. So we're going to see which one conquers the map. Let me make sure the laws are right. Yeah, looks good. Why are disasters turned off? That should be on. Ages. You can make it sillier. Alright, and with that, I think we are good to start. So the rules are simple. Last one standing wins. They each start with 12 population. Like in StarCraft 2, you start with 12 workers. In StarCraft 1, you only start with 4, but we're doing 12 to speed it up. I made this map quite a while ago, and I will be putting this on the Steam Workshop soon after the stream if you want to play this or a version of it without nations. I'll be putting both of those on the Steam Workshop. Zelnaga are getting up in population, same with the Dark Templar. Zelnaga are already mining out their minerals. That was quick. They're gonna need an expansion base soon. Looks like they're building some more structures. Seem to got some barracks here, as well as it looks like a supply depot. Oh, their Vespian guys are shut off. That's no good. Campfire would be a command center. I feel like this storehouse would be a supply depot, and then the houses would be barracks. I think that makes most sense. I believe I gave them all the builder traits too. I'm pretty sure I'm just changed cultures. This is a new culture. Take the normal stuff. Looks like the Dominion is scouting out the Zelnaga over here. Getting rid of that fog of war and getting an idea what's going on. Minor rush, maybe. Feels so weird narrating Worldbox in Starcraft terms. I like it. Ayer's main base is already expanding to their expansion. Oh, they'll start cold aura, that could be a problem. I'm sure it's fine. Yeah, I should make a main NPC for each of these, like update the map later. Have like Rainer here, Kerrigan there, one of the Protoss main guys here. Can't remember the names at the moment. Zerg and the Terrans seem to be falling behind on population. That's on fire over here. Just speeding it up till something happens. Age of Sun. Oh, and the Dark Templar are the first ones to get their expansion base in the middle of the also Zelnaga's area, and then also Zelnaga's taking their actual expansion. The Dark Templar must be going for a cheese strat here, getting a base behind their lines. While the also Zelnaga are getting their standard expansion. These Vespian guys should help keep them safe from the fires as well. The Ayer is expanding, going for one of the center areas, which is currently on fire. Maybe not the best expansion area. And the Zelnaga are taking their normal expansion base as well. That is a really big fire. They're just walking through the fire and do not care. Karen Swarm is being very damaged by the fire. Looks like in the leader currently the Dark Templar with 95 units. Oh, they're piling some of their upgrade buildings in the back, it would appear. Safe behind their lines. I'm shocked nobody has gone to war yet. Kerrigan Swarm might just die to the fire completely at this point. They're down to 8 people. Swarm down here might be facing similar issues soon. Kerrigan Swarm is not doing too hot. Well, I suppose it'd be more accurate to say they're doing too hot. There's only one Kerrigan Swarm member left and all the way down here. Everybody's ganging up on the fire monsters that spawn in Age's Sun. You should be Kerrigan. You know, being the last swarm member. Oh, but it's Age's Sun. Again. Wondrous. An alliance was formed. Somebody's making a temporary truce. Lives of darkness between the Dominion and the Swarm, an unlikely alliance. Who shall they gang up on is the question. Shall I help Kerrigan Swarm out a little? Hunter's Raiders looks fine, but they kept sending all their guys into the fire, so you know, they're not doing too hot. Age's Sun has done enough damage. Let's switch to Age of Wonders. Ooh, meteor. The Dominion must have launched a nuclear launch on Rainer's Raiders, although they seem to have missed, only hitting some of the outer buildings. They must have had too much detection and weren't able to get a ghost in close enough. Fires have dealt enough damage. There. You're not completely dead now. The Dark Templar is getting a third expansion base, this time in the center. Next to their entrance, a more defendable point. Here you go. Still surprised that nobody's fought yet. The Fire Mage has appeared to bring chaos into the world, attacking the Zelnaga. Now this guy has an evil staff. Wonderful. Why is everyone so peaceful? Ooh, an earthquake has struck the Dark Templars, taking out a lot of their infrastructure. Oh, also Xel'Naga is declaring a war. Who shall they fight? They have declared war on the Dark Templar, who's about twice their size. Interesting maneuver. I suppose they didn't like their expansion base in the middle of their area. Wait, the Dark Templar, what's their culture? Thought I'd give them a special weapon. They also have blasters, okay. Surprisingly, they seem to be pushing back the Dark Templar. Tornado has appeared. The Xel'Naga are pushing the Dark Templar back in an unexpected turn of events. Xel'Naga has declared war on Ire, also bigger than them, but maybe they'll have an advantage. The guy with the evil staff is doing some work. The Swarm has also ganged up on the Dark Templars, which means that the Dominion and the Swarm are teaming up on them. Advantage for them both. Wars, it's expanding. Oh, the Dark Templar are taking back some ground from the also Xel'Naga. They took back their expansion base, pushing them back. Those alien blasters are really doing some damage. Also, Xel'Naga might fall to the Dark Templar. While the Xel'Naga and Ire seem to be in a bit of a stalemate over here. Kingdom also Xel'Naga was destroyed, conquered by the Dark Templar, who now own a good chunk of the map. They're still at war with the Dominion and the Swarm. Meanwhile, it appears Ire is taking some ground from Xel'Naga over here. Or not. Oh wait, they're losing ground over on the left. And the Ire just lost some ground to the Xel'Naga. Oh, the Dark Templars are being taken by the Dominion. That area has been taken over by the Dominion, but it might be being taken back. Dark Templar took it back. Meanwhile, Ire is pushing south, while the Xel'Naga have taken back their expansion up this way. Age of Ice. Everything shall be cold now. Oh, and the Dark Templars took out the Swarm. Their alliance was dissolved. The Dominion is most likely next. Carrion Swarm is not rebuilding some reason. We'll spawn him some more Zerglings. Well, Rainer's Raiders is recovering quite well. But will it be enough? I used to watch a lot of Starcraft videos, specifically Falcon Paladin. Haven't watched that in a while, though. Let's see, the worst. They seem to have lost most of their troops. They appear to be in a bit of a stalemate right now. That guy just exploded. Possibly a landmine. Why is the rabbit on fire? The rabbit should not be on fire. What if the rabbit is a spy, mind controlled by one of the Ayers? I'm blanking on the name. There's the red unit that can mind control units and use them as spies. Ooh, nuclear launch right at the middle. The Dominion is being conquered by the Dark Templar. And the Dark Templar have taken over the Dominion, now owning half the map. With a population of 372. It's probably only a matter of time before the others fall to the Dark Templar as well. Oh, they're attacking from across the river. They got some range. They seem to be taking out the Citadel of the Doom. There goes some of their research. Evil snowmen have appeared in the Dark Templar. What shall win, snowballs or laser weapons? We shall see. So far, the snowballs seem to be doing just fine. Well, the snowmen appear to leave the cold ones alone. It's not something I anticipated. Ooh, a nuclear launch over here. Rainer's Raiders has declared war on Ayer. They're kind of trying to see if they can get in the conflict. It looks like the crown of Zelnaga falls. Their leaders must have been eliminated. And ooh, an evil mage has appeared. They're not gonna last long. Age of Ash. Sickness shall spread across the world of Starcraft. Ayer's losing population. The Zelnaga's taking ground. Another nuclear launch. This time right in the middle of Rainer's Raiders. Oh, Rainer's Raiders appears to be doing some damage to the central Ayer. Ire was destroyed. Rainer's Raiders has conquered the Ire, as well as the Zelnaga have also conquered Ire. Now we're down to 4 nations. Rainer's Raiders, the Dark Templar, the Zelnaga, and Kerrigan's Swarm. Oh, a new village was founded up here by Rainer's Raiders. Age of Moon. Aliens might invade. Are there any alliances? I don't think so. There are not. No wars, no plans for wars, so we're just going to speed this up till something happens. Oh no, the thoughts of living existing in a box have driven the citizens of Starter Base into madness. Don't you hate it when you have an existential crisis of living in a box? Oh, the Zelnaga are declaring war. Probably on Kerrigan's Swarm, if I had to guess. No, Rainer's Raiders. Zelnaga and Rainer's Raiders are at war. Looks like the Rainer's Raiders are split into 2 areas, though. Zelnaga are cutting them off in the middle. Ooh, the Zelnaga are already taken the Rainer's Raiders' Ire base. Looks like the snowmen were Zergling rushing. Yeah. Oh yeah, that does make sense. I think all the snowmen died by now, though. Let's see, Zelnaga are taking out Rainer's Raiders quite swiftly. Will they have enough defenses? It's gonna take them all a while for their armies to get over there. Oh, nuclear launch right at the swarm area of the Dark Templar. Rainer's Raiders' last expansion is being taken out. I think by this one guy. And Rainer's Raiders is down to just our 1 starting base. I think. Yeah. I don't think Rainer's Raiders has any Marines left. Their farm has just been taken out by this one guy who seems to be fighting with relatively little resistance. Oh, Raiders has been destroyed. We're now down to just the Dark Templar, the Zelnaga, and Kerrigan's Swarm. I do not think Kerrigan's Swarm is going to win this, but you never know. Another nuclear launch. Earthquake. Over here. Zelnaga has declared war on Kerrigan's Swarm. I think Kerrigan's Swarm is not going to win this. Kerrigan is dead. Kerrigan's Swarm shall soon follow. Now we are down to just the Zelnaga and the Dark Templar. Who shall win? Dark Templar currently have a population advantage. The Zelnaga have proved that they can take a lot. See, Dark Templars have the center. Ooh, nuclear launch right over here. Oh, Dark Templar's main base. Another nuclear launch. Why are there so many nuclear launches? All the Terrans have been conquered. Now we could wait for them to fight. Alternatively, could just do a little influencing. They're fighting. A lot of laser weaponry. Those are very fast laser weaponry. This is only on ×1 speed right now. I think the Dark Templar are taking some ground. They're pushing north. Large battle in the middle. There goes some specialized buildings. Oh, and the Dark Templar are taking out Xel'Naga's expansions up to the north, cutting their empire in 3 parts. I think the Dark Templar are going to win this one. Unless Xel'Naga can come back with some crazy comeback. Fighting across the river down here. And there goes that. Xel'Naga down to 165 population while the Dark Templar up to 750. Sniping a building from across the river. Oh, the Xel'Naga capital is being taken. And the Xel'Naga starter base falls. They only have a few expansions left. And they're down to 1 base, where the swarm initially was. How long shall they hold out? It's gonna take them for a while for their units to move up there. They're moving in. Ooh, earthquake right on the middle of their structures. That's gonna hurt. Somehow their king is still alive all the way down here. As long as the king's alive, I don't think they can take the city. Nope, the king has abandoned the city. And the Xel'Nagas were destroyed. The Dark Templars are the winners of the Hunters. They started with their cheese strategy up here. Took out these guys in the swarm pretty quick, then the Dominion, and then had the center, so they had more land than the Zelnaga. So yeah, good play, Dark Templar. Let's see. In the end, it looks like Dark Templar culture was the biggest, which makes sense. Looks like a custom language they made is also the biggest. Subspecies are Dark Templar the most prosperous, and yeah. So yeah, that was the game at 90 years. So yeah, thank you for watching. I will be posting this map and a No Kingdoms map on the Steam Workshop under Monklock if you wish to download them. I'll probably do some rebalancing of this one a little before I post it, but I can post the No Kingdoms one up soon. Yeah, feel free to use this map in your own videos if you want, as long as you give me credit, and thank you for watching. I hope to see you again next time.